What is going on? Welcome back to Trending Stocks. Today we're going to talk to you about Hologram. Friday, it did have a very epic day, did go up 18.45%. I want to break it down on what really caused it to go as high as it did and go over everything else you need to know. But first, make sure to hit that thumbs up. And with that, let's get right to it. So starting off, Hologram went up a very impressive 18.45. It did have a high of roughly 45 cents, so it was definitely skyrocketing. I think at 30% or something like that was the high, and a lot of volume. So 62.5 million shares were traded. What really was kind of odd is that you didn't have a lot of large transactions occurring on the secondary market or the dark pool. So the majority of the transactions were truly linked to shorting as well as algorithmic trading. So algorithmic trading does picks up on a lot of the finite details of people chatting about stuff. So one of the things that did really come out today was more of a rumor, or I guess on Friday. And so I'm going to talk about what that rumor was and if there is any legs to it or not. But starting off, let's go over some data points and things that you need to know. Shorts, they did increase 475,000 shares. So they were kind of calling out the BS today. Didn't really feel it justified to be as high as it did. 7.42% of the free float is being shorted, works out to be 5.94 million shares overall are being shorted. Cost to borrow average is 17.7, so a little bit lower than the day prior. So Thursday, utilization 47.42, and then short score is 62.79. So yeah, it's kind of interesting to see what has happened or is happening, I guess, with Hologram on the short side. Even looking at some of the available FTDs, you do see it starting to somewhat increase. So when it comes down to FTDs, typically that is linked to naked shorting. The only negative side of this, it's rather delayed, right? So we only have information up until the 12th. So that just came out, and that did show around 14,000 shares FTDs, or failures to deliver, on the side note. But yeah, I think all in all, pretty interesting stuff. You do see some entities behind the scenes really playing with Hologram, and you can always tell that based on this, so the available shares. At the time of doing this video, it does indicate around 8.6 million shares is available. I've brought this up kind of in passing in the past or previous videos. It normally does show in excess of 10 million. And that does mean that large entities buy Hologram for the purposes of lending out shares. Just, you do see it fluctuate off of that point because those large entities do mitigate risk for macro levels, and they kind of sell out. They sell out in small amounts, so this is why it doesn't get triggered by this, because these only do show transactions above or like kind of around the $100,000 range. So that's why you don't see all that much. But yeah, it's interesting to see and analyze this type of information. So Hologram is on the radar of big money, and I'm pretty sure you can tell that just based on the overall volume that's been happening. Like for instance, 217 million shares, 167, 111 million. Like this is large entities written all over it. So let me know your thoughts on that. And when it comes to a lot of other YouTubers, like I stated in the couple of videos ago, a lot of people send me other videos and say, hey, is this right? Is this accurate? You see a lot of people talking on technicals. Yes, you could go over like some of the fib levels and, hey, here's strong support, resistance points. But in reality, when it comes to a momentum play, you kind of have to throw that out like the window, right? Because Hologram is so much influenced by shorts and algorithmic trading. Just technicals don't really make all that much sense. So when you kind of see and hear someone say, hey, it's going to bounce off of this 20-cent mark, like 40-cent mark, it's historical data from the past trying to forecast what might happen in the future. That typically on a momentum play does not jive ever. That's just my own opinion. You guys do whatever the hell you guys believe. But getting right to the bread and butter, or whatever phrase you want to talk on. So the rumor that did come out, in case you guys do not know, there's a lot of stocks that I've covered that is participating in this. So the Goldman Sachs MicroCloud and Technology Conference. So this is going to be held between September the 9th and September the 12th. Like I said, a lot of tech companies, EVs, everyone has like a 10-15 minute slot somewhere in between here. So I'm going to be relatively busy during that time period, kind of covering each and individual like stocks such as Rivian, Lucid, and many others. And here's the kicker. So this is where the rumor is. I haven't actually looked to see, and I haven't been able to find it, but doesn't mean that they're not there. But the rumor is that Hologram will be having a 15-minute chat somewhere along these lines. Once again, that isn't really confirmed. I kind of looked at a lot of the lists and I don't see it unless it's listed maybe as a subsidiary or something else, but that is the rumor that is floating around. So kind of interesting. I know even prior to that, a lot of people were starting to chatter saying that they are participating in some upcoming conferences in September, which I haven't been able to kind of verify. The thing with Hologram is, like I said, it's one thing talking on speculation, which is basically 100% of what has been happening with Hologram. The other B side that would really propel the stock higher, then you can start looking at technicals and whatever else, is if they put out damn news. Last news that came out, like I've stated, was on February the 7th. And even if you think about it, that news it's nothing. It's just a fluff. And so it's kind of crazy. This is why I've stressed, and it kind of gets annoying. I'm even annoying myself by still saying it. The company needs to put out news, and that would really propel the stock higher, because based on the volume, it has institutions paying attention to it. So that's a good thing. So if they put out news, then yes, this stock will just go up like a mother crazy. But until now, or until that does happen, you will have a lot of speculation. So like I said, a lot of people were saying that in September, they're going to be participating in some conferences. You see, for instance, even on Reddit, people are just asking ChatGPT about Hologram and NVIDIA, like their collaboration, what they're working on. So everyone's just fishing for kind of rumors and just what is like Hologram truly doing. So like I said, this is the latest rumor. And the only reason why I'm bringing this one up is there could be some, it could be valid in some aspects, because I know everyone and their dog that's talking on AI or in that field has a 15-minute slot that they're going to be talking on. So you never know. Let me know your thoughts. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up. Have you been buying? Have you been selling? What have you been doing? And do you think that they're going to be participating in this conference? And if so, what do you think that would do to the stock price? One final thing, take advantage of this promo. Simply sign up for a new account, throw $100 at it. They give you 5 free stocks. Each stock is valued up to $2,000. So this is a kick-ass deal. Make sure you guys definitely take advantage of that. With all that said, appreciate all of you watching.